responsibility. These institutions are custodian of our collective memory and repositories. Accordingly, the government will modernize and strengthen the National Archives and the National Museum by improving infrastructure, preserving and conservation systems, digitization, and across researchers, students, and citizens. We also recognize the significance of the Kileja Cultural Center, which once stood as a proud symbol of Liberia's cultural heritage and artistic expressions. Accordingly, the Intergovernmental Technical Committee to study the future of Kileja Cultural Center and make recommendations for the restoration, modernization, and integration into Liberia.
I want to say thank you to you and your people. Y'all please check the way you put your photo and your card. Because when I try to reach, by the time I call, they will be in law coming. Speak to the people so they can know that I'm talking about doing to change your government. I stop. I want to say thank you to you, the charity. So my good people, I want to tell you thank you for your support. You please look for your card. And everywhere you put it, you look for it. Everywhere you put it, you look for it. When it lost, when replacement time reach, you get ready. We'll send for you to replace it. So the people can know the people that put there for me must move me. You want moving wait for 2029. You go big the paper. You go big the paper. The day you're here, you can big Joseph Boakai and me came mama. Never do it. If I go big Joseph Boakai for me to be president, I don't want a job. People can respect you for who you are. You cannot know what I'm going through. Most of the people are working with me, all of them going now. Oh, we tell you to go big Joseph Boakai, you want to, you not look at my integrity. You will see something for top business money, you go pay. Joseph Boakai owed me apologies. I remember he was sitting down to a horse. When he heard a former president, we wanted to announce their own result. He called me on the phone. He said, yeah, you need to get in the street though. Because former president, we want to announce their own result. You all saw it, right? I got in the street, parading all around the town. Onto the former president, we said, you got to concede. Let me tell to be your enemy today. Say Joseph Boakai not know his age mate. That he
that led to the Declaration of Independence. That declaration became necessary. For many years, the American repatriated and the rulers of this coast negotiated, to cooperate, and they became the co-founders of Liberia and the Liberian state. Even if certain history books might not mention that, that fact preserves a more prominent place in our national history, and we have to, of course, do something, I would suggest, about it. So why does that date matter? Not because Liberia suddenly became a perfect nation. No nation is born perfect. July 26th matters because a free black people declared to the world that they possess the right and the capacity to govern themselves. Therefore, Jenkins Roberts explained the purpose of independence. In 1846, they were having a discussion, a debate, public debate in Namibia. History often remembers the presidents. It should also remember indigenous leaders whose choices helped preserve the independence of the republic. Without their cooperation, Liberia's history and perhaps even the survival might have been very different. That too, then, my fellow citizens, is our inheritance. But the greatest threat and the greatest test came in the decades of the 19th century. In 1884, 1885, representatives of various great powers met in Berlin, Germany, to divide the African continent among themselves. The great cake they used to say. No African nation was invited. No African people consulted. Across the African continent, ancient kingdoms and independent societies were assigned to foreign rulers as though they were nations and among. Only 2 African states retained international recognition of their sovereignty. One was Ethiopia, The second was Liberia. That fact alone reminds us how exceptional the Liberian experience is. Now, Ethiopia defended herself in the battlefield, defeating the Italians in 1896, who had come to claim their territory. Liberia defended itself, not having the military, defended its independence through diplomacy, international law, and political skill. But diplomacy alone could not preserve the republic. The people living along those northern and northwestern frontiers of Liberia, right, made choices. Faced with the advance of European colonial armies who wanted the territory, let's be frank here and talk about it, right? They wanted to colonize Liberia. And the people who lived in those places to today, Lofa County, Nimba County, those people, many of them, the southern community, acted in their own self-interest. Yet in doing so, they helped shape the Liberia we know today.
But it will be difficult for Liberia to be investigating drugs on this magnitude without involvement of our foreign partners. Don't forget, the $100 million drug bust. We were told that it was the Americans who told the Liberian government that these drugs were on their way to Liberia. And then the drugs came and they were arrested in the Freeport and the coppers were taken to court. And then in the end, they were set free. I just one group that is able to help address this. This is a comprehensive fight. It's something that, and that's why you got to get some credit to say, for example, to the lawmakers, some of the efforts they made, to the media, some of the efforts they made, Liberian people, the anxiousness, of the Liberian people, the religious community, some of the efforts, the background intervention, in engagement, with government, with foreign partners, you may not know, that, the religious community has been able to reach out, since all these altercation, to other, so this is something that, for example, every branch of government, we all are required to, be able to help fight that. People think that they're compromised, for example, in the police and the DEA and, the other sector. I think it's genuine concern, and I think that is the onus on the government, to take moral high ground to ensure that this investigation can be trusted.
Today is July 26th, and I believe that the Unity Party is supposed to be recognized, and the Unity Party is supposed to be supported, not by any other person, but Unity Party themselves first. All the women groups that are here, those of you who are doing your small business, the fact that you associate yourself with our party, this is the only party that I have known in at least 20 years of my life. There were times when other people were induced to leave the Unity Party, but then it was seen to be a hopeless party. Those years, people follow, they call it greener pasture. That English word still exists, but we decided that English word will not apply to us. So even though it was greener on the other side, we chose to stay with the Unity Party, and we fought against the odds. You were here with us. We went to the town, we went to the village. For the expression, some of you were insulted, some of you were stepped on, some of you were disrespected, some of you were disowned, but you decided that Lofa would make a history, and that history was to ensure that in our time.
Yes, indeed. We are here again on another fascinating edition of the Roundtable. I mean, your most listened to and most interactive afternoon radio program on Blaze Radio 90.7. This is the Roundtable, where we sit, discuss issues that confront Liberians And on the round table, Liberians keep glued as we bring you the major happenings across the country. Today is August 5, 2026, and I'd like to say good afternoon whatsoever you listening to us from. Those of you watching us live on Facebook and YouTube, those of you listening via our online radio in the United States of America, in the United Arab Emirates, those of you listening across the various African countries, we want to say good afternoon and welcome. Indeed, it is a wonderful time to be here this afternoon. My name is Archie Sebob Yene. Here this afternoon, and we'll be joined by Mr. Gibson Giroud in a subsequent time. But until then, let's keep having a wonderful and an informative time together as we bring you the major happenings across Liberia. Hey, I know as you listened, you will also want to be carrying money away on the show. So we're going to give you money while the show is going on. All you could do for yourself is to dial star 799 star 9 hatch and be a part of the Blaze Cash giveaway. But hey, this is the round table and welcome to it. Have yourself a wonderful time, tighten your belt, keep glued, increase the volume of your radio. That the pass or bad, I mean, your next door neighbor could be one of those that will benefit from the information we disseminate. And so keep glued as we take this short break of our team song and be right back with you. And of course, indeed, this is how we like to say welcome again on the Wednesday, May week edition of the Roundtable on Blaze Radio 90.7 with me, Archie Sebob Yene, and hoping to be joined by Mr. Gibson Giroud in a subsequent time. So the roundtable is here, and we normally come here, do our thing, serve you the Liberian people, bringing you information as on food. But how be here today? The table is jam-packed. There are a couple of information. Mind you, this drugs issue. I know Gregory Coleman, the police inspector, has accused media practitioners of receiving money to cover up and not to report the actuality on the just matter. But hey, we will dispel those rumors, those allegations that we at Blaze, we are committed to providing you updates on this drugs issue as it unfolds every day. It is our responsibility to inform you, our audience, you, our listeners, that hey, this is the step, this is what the government is doing. Those are people who have been arrested. Those are people who are linked to this drugs thing. And so we will always inform you about this drugs thing. If you can remember the lady Quita Dodo, Quita was sentenced to 5 years imprisonment in the connection to the RIA drugs bust. We're going to talk about that on the show. The owner of Private Bar, the most famous Private Bar. I know you know. Those of you listening in Pinsville, those of you around Pinsville, I mean, the GSA side, those of you around Dubois, the Build, you know, the most trending entertainment center right now next to Sunny Bar is the Private Bar right opposite the Pinsville Elementary School, PCS, right on the main road when you're going towards the red light belt. You know about Private Bar, and you know how Private Bar has geeked over the period of time. So yesterday, there has been news about the CEO, I mean the owner of the Private Bar Entertainment, connection to the 317 million worth of cocaine that was arrested of recent and burned already. So as the investigation goes on, there are people who been arrested, people who been named as person of interest. There are people who are named as suspects and so forth. And so Private Bar CEO has been one of those, and we're going to talk about that just here on the show today. And So we're also going to go to Nimba County. Look, in Nimba, when I talk about my county, I love to laugh. There's an interesting story from Nimba. This story from Nimba is going to be the very first thing we're talking about on the show before we just go in. It bordering around the sporting activities and it borders around responsible leadership. Look. What we're gathering from Nimba, if it is true, then it's worrisome. It's actually worrisome. But we're going to talk about that in a subsequent time, just for maybe 10 minutes on the show as we continue. The information about this suspect who allegedly killed his girlfriend, his 19-year-old girlfriend, has been arrested as well. He was arrested in Sierra Leone. We will talk about that. So the table afternoon, all you need to do is to fasten your belt and get ready as we bring to your doorstep this information. My name is Archie Sebop Yene. Like I said, don't forget to play the cash giveaway. But when I go to Nimba County, my people of Nimba, Katue Komangapie, Unnegun, Komae. My Maningo people, Salamasi, how you doing this afternoon, Nimba County? So the Nimba County Electoral District League is going on currently. And usually it is in preparation of the National County Sports Meet. As you are aware, Nimba being the highest carrier of the National County Sports Meet, the district meet is one of the strategies they use to prepare or to scout players as it relates to preparation to the county meet. But that is not our issue. As the district lead is going on, information coming from Nimba County today suggests that the county administration, the county leadership that is being headed by its workaholic superintendent called me Apia Gono in collaboration with or in agreement with the Nimba County Legislative Caucus that has been headed by my own old man that I respect so dearly, Representative C. Sylvester Miana. I respect him so dearly. He's one of those lawmakers from Nimba that I respect. Have concluded and went about to dish out $10,000 to each of the 9 lawmakers in Nimba County. 10,000 United States dollars from the county's covert. That means the county money, the money they're supposed to be thinking about development projects for the county. They have gone ahead to use 10,000 each for each of the 9 lawmakers from Nimba, from District 1 to District 9. You say, hey, lawmaker, you come from the county covered. We're giving you $10,000 each, which is 90,000 United States dollars. So you can support your district for the district me. Are you killing me? And one of my favorite comedians, Toon, are you killing me? What are you saying? So, as part of this, it has been undercover. Lawmakers, they've been making donations, and people have been distributing money, they're contributing to the team. No lawmaker wants to come out to tell the Nimba people that, look, all the money we're spending on your this we're doing, it came from your own covert. So we're doing it because normally the district meet is being sponsored. People can come out to sponsor. Sometimes Aslam Meta contribute. The very last edition, you have one of the funniest sons from Nimba, Mr. Michael Tiki, who sponsored the district meet with over $3 million dollars. So there have been people who always contributing to the district meet. And so if you come in about lawmakers, I want to believe that if they want to contribute to their district, they want to support their district to show supremacy, they should be doing it out of their own volition, from their own pocket. But using the county's resources to, is it that the county administration wants to use the county resources to help lawmakers boost their morale. And that's what you're telling us. So they went ahead to use $10,000 each. And guess what? Who said that? Who brought that out to the public? It's Representative Musa Bedete of District Number 7. Musa Bedete came out and informed the public that though I'm not in Nimba, though I'm not in country, but as the district lead is going on, there have been $10,000 given to each of the 9 Nimba lawmakers to support their district. So as part of my $10,000, I've instructed my office, because he has received his. He has received his. So he has instructed his office to use 5,000 of the 10,000 to the District Number 7 team. That's what Musa Bedete said. And the remaining 5,000, upon his return, he's gonna go back to the district and consult the people to know what they want to do with the about $5,000. And this news, since it came, it has met serious counter reactions and misviews in the Nimba social media corridor. Mind you, people are concerned why lawmakers should be given $10,000. Nimbaians are concerned that, look, why should we Nimba citizens, we as citizens, be supporting ourselves through the lawmakers and giving our money to the lawmakers to come back and support us with our money? It makes no sense to the people of Nimba. That's what some of them feel. So one of those young men who I respect so dearly from Nimba is Ernest Duato. You know, Ernest, the reason I respect Ernest is his opinion on issues. It's not based on sentiment. It's not based on personal feelings or on personal motive or how you want to go at somebody. So Ernest has written a beautiful piece, about this 10,000 issue. We're going to read that on in a subsequent time on the show here. In a subsequent time, we're going to read that. Information we have also gathered is that the 2 senators of Nimba have received 15,000 each as well. So that's 30,000 plus the 90,000 is 120,000 United States dollars just for a district league. And mind you, Nimba coming to the county meet, the reason you see them winning county meet always is because they spend. They're going to come again and spend from this very same county covered. And that's waste of resources. While it is true that it is being used on the district, on the very county, I believe that giving the county money to lawmakers to come back and support their district is wasteful. It's meaningless. Lawmakers receiving their salary, when you are going to campaign to the people, they were not using county money to campaign. They campaign to their people. The people elected them, so they owe it to their people. They need to do what they need to do for them to make them certified. So if you're supporting your district in the district, you want to show supremacy, use your own money, use your salary, go and lobby it. Use your money and then work for your people, and not using the very county money to support the district and say, oh, the lawmaker, then you claim the glory. That's the part of it. But let me read what Ernest wrote. Let me just read what Ernest wrote. Like I said, if you just joining us, this is the round table on Blaze Radio 90.7, and my name is Archie Say Bob. Let me read what Ernest wrote. The reported decision by our leaders to allocate US $10,000 each to each district representative under the banner of district sports is one that deserves serious public reflection. This one, it deserves serious public reflection. While sports remain an important vessel for youth development and unity, the use of its secure county resources must always reflect the most urgent needs and aspiration of the people. As a son of Nimba County, I believe the decision is deeply misplaced. That's what he believed. As a young man, that decision to use $10,000 is misplaced because the county has a lot of priorities. The health care. Well, let me just continue with this reading and we'll come back. It is not one of that citizens should applaud without asking difficult questions, but necessary questions. For decades, district sports in Nimba have thrived through the collective sacrifices of ordinary citizens. Yes, citizens come to support their district. They collect their money. People go about on the radio and solicit funds to support their districts. Through the sacrifice of ordinary citizens, local businesses, community leaders, and Nimbayans both at home and abroad. That spirit of volunteerism and unity build the tradition we proudly celebrate today. Oh, let me come right back. The tradition we celebrate today. We proudly celebrate today. What makes this decision even more troubling is that many of our lawmakers have, over the years, struggled even to provide even a fraction of this amount for their own initiatives to support their respective district teams. Why then should public funds suddenly become a preferred solution while some of the processing needs remain unanswered? Across Nimba, countless children still sit on bare classroom floors because there are not enough desks. Thousands of young men and women possess the determination to learn a trade or attend university, but are denied the opportunity simply because they cannot afford tuition. Mothers continue to lose their lives during childbirth due to inadequate health care facilities. Farmers endure unbearable hardship transporting their produce because our roads remain in deplorable conditions. These are not strategies. These are not statistics, but rather they are the daily realities of our people. Development is measured not by how much money is distributed to politicians, but by how much lives are transformed through responsible leadership. Even every public dialogue should be invested where it creates lasting value, expand opportunity, restore hope to our citizens. This is not an attack on any individual or any county leaders in general. It is a patriotic call for accountability, compassion, and better priorities. Leadership is ultimately judged by the choice it makes when resources are limited. At this moment, Nimba deserves investment in education, healthcare, vocational training, agriculture, and infrastructure investment that will outlive politics and empower generations yet unborn. I respectfully call on the Nimba Legislative Caucus, the Nimba County Administration to reconsider decisions that place political convenience above the public necessity. Let us return to the values that have always defined Nimba: sacrifice, unity, responsibility, and an unwavering commitment to the common good. History will remember not how much was given to politicians, but how much was invested in the people. I love that part. Not how much was given to politicians, but how much was given to, was being invested in the people. So he has seasoned this letter to the vice president, to the senators in all 9 Nimba lawmakers. This is a genuine right out from one of the funniest sons of Nimba, Mr. Ernest Duato. Look, you cannot use, like Ernest said, over the period of time, citizens are, I follow the Nimba, I'm from Nimba, I always told you. So when issue comes from Nimba, I always know what happens in Nimba. The district, the citizens come together, they contribute. Like I'm from District 2, but live almost all of my life in District number 1. So at times I support the both districts. Sometimes I support 3 districts because my mother also hails from District number 8. So I support the 3 districts. We have contributed. So Nimbayans can come together to always support their districts because everybody wants to show supremacy. Just as you always see Nimba being predominant in the county me, that's how you always see them showing to the district. So the sacrifices of the people. Now, why over, like Ernest said, why over the period of time, lawmakers have not shown this money, they have not used this money from their pocket, from their own, or through their own volutions. They cannot use their own money. Over the period of time, they have used money, but not equivalent to that level. But just in a few days, I saw people, the other person get 10,000, the other person get 5,000, the other person get 100,000, the other person get 200,000, 300,000. I was concerned that yes, but the lawmakers are doing well. Not knowing it is the county's own resources, my people. 90,000 and 30,000 for the 2 senators, 120,000 being used for the county covered. Like he said, I visited Gablin, for example, through our call to the public. We went to Gablin, children sitting on the floor, on mat, no chalkboard. We have to use our own money to lobby it and ask people add that up so that we can provide seats for children, for school-going kids in that area. And lawmakers not thinking about that, but rather to accept $10,000 just for district league. My people, you're from Nimba. You people from Nimba, it's actually worrisome. So I'm going to open the line for a few minutes, or maybe the 5 minutes. If you're from Nimba, I want to hear you. What is your take on this matter before we just go to our next topic? Let me hear Nimbayans. 0777907907907. 0777907907907. Let me hear Nimbayans. Hello.
Achi.
What is your name?
My name is Jeremiah Siawe. I'm calling from District number 6, Mosovaro County, and I also hail from District number 6, Nimba County.
Go ahead. Your lawmaker was given $10,000, but they can't tell the people they're doing their own thing.
Achi. It's a sad time for our county. You know, we will continue missing the nation of the Prince Johnson.
Okay.
We will continue missing our old man because of his wisdom. Why it is true that people used to say all kinds of things about him. But during his time, I don't think our district development fund was using this form and manner. The reality there is the money, according to them, will be spent on the district or thing. But there's not how we've been doing it. Actually, you know it. You said it all. The various district will come out and support their own thing. Actually, we got a lot of challenges. We got road connectivity. We got health issue. And they are brave enough to go in the district account and in the county account and take $120,000 USD. So you got a lot of challenges out there to just spend it.
Okay.
It's a wasteful spending. It does not make sense. Actually, I try to figure out the logic, and I'm right now in a complete loss because I'm confused.
Okay, let me get other caller. Let me get Pascal. Pascal from Nimba too, man. Pascal, how are you?
Yeah, is it about Nimba or about the district?
It's about NEMA in totality because each of the lawmakers receiving $10,000 each. It's about NEMA.
Yes. So I'm a member of the Liberia Football Association, right?
Uh-huh.
And also the SG of the Tupo Rosa Committee. This thing is evil. Do you know the reason why we have not had the district league in Masorado now?
No.
Because all the lawmakers say they didn't want to spend on district teams.
Okay.
And let me tell you, the chief engineer of the wicked deeds in this country, Honorable Michael Thomas and Presidio Kobas are the great beyond what is
Let Lee
happening.
Maserati on now and talk about NEMA. What
Yeah,
happened in NEMA?
so this is the reason why the country keeps bleeding.
Okay.
9 lawmakers receive 10,000. So 10,000
each.
times 9 and 90,000.
Sure,
I don't know
sure.
what I'm correct.
Sure.
Eh?
Yeah.
So 17 persons in Masorado. If you give them 10,000, this is what they agree to. This is what they agree to achieve. The guys are saying, until we can get them money,
They get some
they
money
able
at
to
this
do
rate.
this.
All right, Pascal.
You understand?
Thank you so much, Pascal. Let's get some imbalance. We have Ernest whose radar we just read. Ernest is on the line. Good evening, Ernest.
Good evening, my dear brother, and good evening to the sons and daughters of NEMA County across Maserati and its surrounding.
We just read your read out about this. Most talk about $10,000 that was given to each lawmaker. And the thing is that the guy's been keeping it undercover, nobody bringing it out until Musa Bilete have to break the silence. And I just saw your read out. What prompted that?
I've been in the student community for a while, and it baffles me to see that all year some of us were advocating for increment in scholarship allotment for students of NEMA County. It's not being looked at, but we've shifted the discussion to things that will not benefit the young people and the people of NEMA directly. So it's so sad. So it was based upon that. After I got the information and tried to to find out whether this information was true, and find out, and I get to understand it was true. I decided to write a piece about it, and it's so disappointing. It's so frustrating that we will have our leaders who focus will only be on what they will benefit and not what the people of NEMA will benefit. I'm so frustrated now as I speak to you.
Wow. So this Ernest, this giving $10,000. How do you see this money given to lawmakers undermining the developmental agenda of the county? Because I read your read out talking about, you make some references on the issue of poor healthcare delivery, a poor educational system as well, talking about that. How could that be of help?
120,000 USD could possibly go in renovation of all facilities that we need to use in our very community.
Okay.
It could go in education. It could go in healthcare. That money could go in helping to get our feeder road of work on. Do you know how much money we put in yellow machine that's being stored back in the Bureau of Budgets? And nobody's talking about it, nobody's focusing on it, but we enjoyed signing checks of 10,000 to each lawmaker to go to them. Like, are you serious? What is happening to all in this country? What is happening to Liberians? What is happening to the people of NEMA? That we shift our discussion to what we were just benefiting in a second. And the most frustrating part of it is that I get to understand that these lawmakers, they not even give up to 50% of that money to the various districts. I'm shocked to hear that some lawmaker even gave the sum of 150,000 liberty out of the 10,000 USD. Like, are you really serious? That clearly tells you as to how these people are concerned about themselves, and they're so concerned about themselves and not the people in the various districts. And I was one of the biggest fans of the current superintendent, but I'm disappointed in the decision all of them made.
So what are you recommending to her now before we just take leave of you?
I think the best thing they need to do right now is to refund the NEMA people money in the cover back as soon as possible. Because I can tell you for free, this particular money, in our Liberian language, they will say it will run a stomach. That particular money will it will affect them seriously. The best thing they can do, the honorable thing they can do, is to send that money back into the county account and let that money even be used to help the send children to school, be used to do other important things and put it in the pockets of lawmakers when they are making thousands of dollars at the halls of legislature. So I think that's a wasteful spending.
Okay. So you believe they should be lawmakers should be using their own money to support their district if they want to?
Do you know that each one of us support our district?
Mm-hmm.
Each one of us support our district. People put the $5, $10 together. People don't have to come on the social media and post about it. Each one of us support our district. We've been doing it for years. It wasn't lawmaker that helped to do it. And for the record, district lead is not meant for lawmaker influence. District meet is all about unifying the people from the various districts. So you can even be opposition or lawmaker, opposition or whatsoever, as long as you're from that district. When it comes to district, everybody work collectively. So you can't go put their money and give to one person to be able to go and get to a district. Like, what's the motive? What's the motive? What do they hope to achieve? What rather do they hope to achieve in such a wicked attitude, such a wicked habit of only eating what belongs to the people of NEMA? This is wrong. We shouldn't be condoning that kind of thing. I'm disappointed, seriously.
All right, Ernest. Thank you so much.
God.
Thank you so much. We understand how you and other Nimbaans feel. So this is so frustrating, you know. It's actually frustrating to see people using a huge sum of amount of money like these on just district meet. Then what about the county meet? How much will you spend, folks? Let me see, maybe 3 callers before we Nimbaans. If you're from NEMA or you want to make input on that as well, you can maybe 3 callers before we just go transition to the next discussion. 077790797. It's actually worrisome. 9 lawmakers receiving $10,000 each. Oh God. Please lower your radio. Hello.
Yes, sir. Hello.
How you doing? Where do you call from?
Doing very well. So calling from Duboro.
You call from Duboro. Your number seems foreign.
Yeah, that is correct. I'm using my services from.
Okay, go ahead.
Where you think it's coming from? Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yes, brother. My name is Abba Cabo. Question. I heard you mention the money that the lawmaker took from the county's coffers. Now, my question is the county aware of it?
The county administration through the legislative caucus, the superintendent, the legislative caucus, they went together, they agreed, and they did that.
Wow. That's a shame. I think, in my opinion, they should have gotten the people of those various districts involved because it seems like the superintendent is part of this scam. I think it's just another scam and it's a serious trend of corruption, in my opinion.
Okay. All right. Thank you. Let's get this person. Hello. Good evening.
Yeah, hello.
How are you?
I'm fine.
Okay, please lower your radio and go ahead.
Yeah. I'm going away from it. Yeah, Madam Minister, only from all the Waka community are in Malaysia here.
Yeah, Mama, like here.
You know, the thing you saying is too heavy for us. It's not easy. The thing why my sister then doing there are not people. You know, I've been thinking that I require this year. either district 1, district 2, or district 7. They must go out of fire and what if I put us very so bad then get out of area. So be there sometimes when they come out there, so they can be there. But in downtown when they come, they can be renting, they sell all kind of places for people money. It's not good when they get money, but they can buy some land. So those two places, that is there, out of fire and so bad, that's not there, that is children be there.
You make a point, Mama.
Yeah, the one I think you.
Okay.
My sister let it see what they there, young good. That is we sell the money back.
All right. Thank you so much.
Okay, I think
Thank you, Mama. Thank you. So, folks, we will leave it at Elise. Let's leave my issue at Elise, and we move on. We move on the round table right here this afternoon. Let's leave Nimba, where Nimba lawmakers. Marco, I hope you listen to your people. Your people are calling on you. They say no. They say look. They say look. You don't have to. You don't have to do that. You don't have to do that. That is not necessary, right? It's not necessary. It's not actually necessary that you do that. You need to reform the money. I tell the people. So we get one caller from Nimba. Let me get this person. Good evening.
Yeah, how are you doing?
I'm good.
Thank you for the show. I'm Ruben Fulu, joining from Ghana City, Nimba Kande.
Okay, go ahead, my man. So your love me calling. They said getting $10,000 for your district me.
Yeah, and that sounds so frustrating. It sounds so frustrating because I consider that to be a wasteful use. Okay. If you're spending just $10,000 on a common district league, so assuming how much will you spend when it comes to the economy? So I'm not in support of that, and I think that the superintendent should get our money back to the county government for its intended purpose. Further, as we're speaking, there are a lot of students that are struggling to send themselves to school.
I tell you,
the Nimba University that we have a lot of students that need scholarship. A lot of students that even need scholarship to go to a senior high school around here. But the means is not there. Not all of the parents that we have around these days have the possible means of sending their kids to school. So that money can be allocated to educate children.
The network. So you listen. Good that he called from Nimba. So this is wow. This, folks, let me leave the Nimba team, man. Let me leave the Nimba team. We're gonna go to our drugs issue. So we have like I said, private bar. Then next line you're going to like be careful. People in drugs in your liquor and sometimes. So the issue of private bar, this caller, it seems like he want to conclude. I know. Yeah, you just got started. Just conclude now.
Yeah, so wherein lawmakers are taking a personal cash to have the donation to the various districts, I think that is much sufficient. Then our county money be spent on activities that will bring no great impact to our district. So I believe that the superintendent, if she's listening, to withdraw that money back and get it back to the county government for its intended purpose. And that is not right for us. And I believe that as a young person, that our money should be used wisely within the county and not for such activity. Okay. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Calling from Nimba. And private bar owner. Yesterday, up to present, there's a barrage of security persons at the private bar. First, the private bar, before I get to, Mendy is here. Mendy been covering our story. So Mendy will make input on that. First, it was power tap. Private bar, first it was power tap, from there now in connection with drugs. But Mendy, welcome. Mendy, use your headset. Let's say welcome to the show.
Thank you so much, Archie. It's good to be back on base. Since this morning.
I know you've been on your feet. You actually been doing well. From yesterday, you guys been covering this issue, and today you went there, did what you could do, and it's good. But man, this is what we have committed ourselves to doing, to serving the Liberian people. This is why we have laid down our life for. People say we took oath. Nurses, they always take oath. Other people take oath, but for us, we laid down our life for this. So, what is this?
Before we go to the main issue, actually, like you said, we are journalists who have to do that. But also, at Blaze FM, I'm a son at the Liberia Drug Enforcement Agency.
So you follow the drugs.
So all of the drug issue, you are going to see
legislature.
me. Yeah, all of the drug issue, even the branding of the drugs info zone.
you were there.
Yeah, I was also there as well. So I mean, the issue of drug. Anyway, drug issue. Mendy is ever Blaze.
In as much as you see Blaze, you see Mendy.
You see Mendy, sure there.
So Mendy, bring us to speed. You've been following this drugs team, man. About private bar. What is about private bar?
So let us now go back to what happened yesterday. The Information Minister Jeremy McPeer, during the Ministry of Information regular press briefing, said that the owner identifies one George Leroy Harris. There are so many there were charges that were placed on him, and some of them including criminal conspiracy, criminal facilitation, money laundering, illegal possession of narcotics, drug trade, and so many of them, about 10 charges. I cannot name all of them here. So after the announcement, we at Blaze FM here, we went there to do some coverage, to get views of citizens. Some of them commented and gave their own opinion. But this happened, it started on yesterday. After this, actually, there were calls from citizens on social media, even on radio, that that area should be closed down immediately, because you cannot tell if at Prairie Bar there are, the issue of drug trade. They were also part of the charges. Maybe they are also selling, narcotics as well at Prairie Bar. You cannot tell. So they were saying that the area should be closed immediately. Last night on my way home, I saw a few people around the area. The music playing.
The music was playing the last night.
Yeah, but I know the area was not ready in that park, so it seems that it wasn't open from what I was sensing. And so when I went further around where you have the Lucky Pharmacy, I saw the police vehicle there, a patrol vehicle. So I was kind of, when I stopped to observe and see, will the police make move tonight? And after observing for some time, the police left, so I have to go home. But this morning while coming, actually, I saw this huge presence of state security at Prairie Bar. And so they were there, and as you may be aware, folks in Radio Land, even Achi as well, that the government is saying that the 370 million cocaine seizure at the Robertson International Airport, the owner of Private Bar, that's George Leroy Harris, has been alleged and is linked to it. Because mind you, this is going to court as well.
But this is not no longer an allegation. He's been charged already.
But mind you, there are charges, but actually, sometimes I'm very sure this is going to proceed to court.
Yeah,
I'm very sure.
So those are charges.
Yeah, those are charges against him.
The police will be using to go to court.
And I'm very sure that the government has evidence of what they are saying. So they were there this morning. There are some workers who were around. They pulled them out, and some of them in angry tone, expressing frustration. And we spoke with one of them and said, there's no judge here. And he started, to attack journalists. You people are left busy. Just take your phone and say, but why are you attacking us? The government said this.
That has been a normal tradition.
Yeah, the government said it on yesterday. So the government said that your owner here has been involved into drug trade. That's why we are here to cover this event. Why are you attacking us and all of these things? But later, fast forward actually on today, after so many hours, we'll have to end the live and sit down, do some recordings, send them as well, post them on the page. And so finally, the John Security locked the entire area today.
Okay.
And we saw this agent from the Liberia Drug Enforcement Agency taking down records, a lady, and we also saw PSU officer as well there. All of the chairs were packed.
Were they taking down records of items that are there?
Exactly,
the drinks, the chairs.
Okay. The number of chairs, the number of tables as well. Because after this, they don't want people come alleging that.
The people drink our style, they drink our beer.
And after that, they even called few workers who were around. They called them. They're in the black shade and thing. They called them. They went there, and the DJ booth or the fan. They'll have to take the fan inside. They ask them few. I don't know if they ask them question, but they don't want them to be around while they are carrying all of these things, the records and things. So after that, they closed the area, and few officers of the LDA, they will be there.
Oh, they will be there, assigned there for now.
Yes. They won't just close the area and leave, but there are officers who will
because it's
remain
possible
stationed.
other people could come back, open it, or maybe carry on buggering and other things.
I mean, the number that I counted, it was about 10 of them.
10 officers.
Yes, they were there. And then we're trying to get the lady who was taking on the record. Man, you also sort of fed there, like, counting some money and placing your plastic. I think one of the workers that are there. So we wanted to ask this lady about all of the things that happened there. If the John security saw narcotics, at private bar, so then they can come out to inform the public. But all of them refuse to speak to the media.
Okay. So that means the connection is with the 317 million worth of cocaine.
Yeah.
Okay.
If you can recall, it was on June 8th at the RIA when the LDA officer who I sounded intercepted the boxes. I think you can recall that, right?
Yeah. It began from the 19 million.
Yeah.
From the 19 million coming to the 317 million.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yes, as well. So I think it's 317 at VOA.
Yeah, VOA.
Yes, so it's 317 at VOA, at a resident VOA community. So all of these things, I mean, we spoke with motorcyclists. That's the interesting part. Some hail the government for this.
For the decision.
Yes. Some said that, yes, indeed, the Inspector General of Police, Joke Coleman, came out and said, big hands. We don't know if it's one of the big hands that's also been involved in this. So they hear the government. They also said that the government should do more.
Okay.
They are calling the government to do more.
Yeah,
the government shouldn't just be reluctant.
They have to do more.
Exactly. They have to do more in making sure that even government officials, because cartel is a group of
group of people who you cannot infiltrate easily because they will have the government is saying that it's a operation.
Transnational
drug trading. So that means not just one nation.
So many countries.
Yeah, you have countries because the people the other country and they join together. So the infiltrating is very difficult. Yeah. But it's good that at least the government is doing well. Yes, we must admit them. But where the problem I have with police RG to go ahead, accusing the media just falsely based on feelings and how you think about.
Now it's the same media now that is providing coverage.
Yeah, you see the thing? That's the problem I have. But we are with the president to take every necessary legal precautionary actions.
And another thing, actually, we hope that the police or the John security will tell us if they, saw drugs while searching the area as well. We saw them going around the area. They will have to tell us also what the records they were taking down, and we saw a guy counting money while we were for. I mean, then you just inform us.
Okay.
Because we just imagine my whole day I was just around and we try making an effort. I'm going to post a video on the page. You'll see the video. Go to the lady. Can you speak with the media? No comment. Close. We go to the guy who is a commander there currently for the officers that are on ground that are manning private bar. Can we speak with you? No. You gotta go to the PR department or do a release. There's been no effort to talk with you, and we may count the effort. Some of them will bring the camera. Can you speak with the media? They will just walk.
All right, Mendy. It was good. It was good to have you at least. Since you cover the LD, we'll always have you and hearing from you on the show. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you so much, and thanks to Liberians for also always following the roundtable.
Thank you so much. This is the roundtable on Blaze Radio 90.7, and don't forget to dial star 799 star 9# on the Blaze Cash giveaway. So, like we told you, we continue to talk about we feeling with that name kind of issue where the men divide money among themselves. That one at the county business, and we're going to talk about this. They just continue with this drugs matter before we move forward. So Quita Dodo, let me read this. Resident judge of the 13th Judiciary Circuit Court in Maghibie County, Her Honor Victoria Donkey, has sentenced one of the key defendants in the high-profile Roberts International Airport drug trafficking case, Madam Quita Dodo, to 5 years imprisonment following the acceptance of a plea. Following the acceptance of the plea bargaining agreement reached between the prosecution and the defendants. So finally, Quita has pleaded guilty. She agreed, she accepted through her legal team and the prosecutor that, look, yes, what it's saying about me is true. I accepted, So she's been sentenced for 5 years. We're getting there. The sentence was handed down after Dodo formally pleaded guilty to all charges brought against her by the Republic of Liberia, admitting her involvement in drugs trafficking scams since the seizure of the large quantity of narcotics at the country's Mee International Airport. Court records indicate that plea began with negotiated between state prosecutor and the defendant, allowing Dodo to accept responsibility for her role in the case instead of proceeding with a full trial. After reviewing the agreement, certifying herself that the guilty plea was made voluntarily and with full understanding of the consequences, Judge Duncan accepted the plea arrangement. As a result, court sentenced Dodo to serve 5 years at a prison facility designed by the Ministry of Justice. The case stems from the interception of an illegal drugs at the Rabat International Airport, prompting a broad investigation that led to multiple arrests and criminal charges. During the proceeding, prosecutor informed the court that Dodo had accepted full responsibility for the offenses charged, paving the way for negotiated disposition of the case. The Ministry of Justice has repeatedly maintained that it remains committed to aggressively prosecuting narcotic-related offenses as part of the government's effort to combat drug trafficking and organized crime. So Dodo, Quita Dodo now is being sentenced for 5 years. So 5 years, she's going to be going to jail for 5 years because she accepted. This case was before just the 19 million and before this 317 million. So like you heard, look, some of those businesses that boom, that you see them, we have to be careful of them. Since this news came out about this drugs issue, Mighty Colley wrote that there are people, there are gangs, cartel who are together, they understand, they know one another. They're doing big businesses. They are into this. Yeah, the end result, they damage the future of those Liberians who already don't have the opportunity to thrive through the hardship Liberia is going through in this present age. You're running a nightclub. Look, entertainment has money. Are you forced to be part of drugs operation? Are you forced to sell drugs? Is that the only thing you could do? So that's how people damage. So for me, I think it will be necessary if the court, if those charges is correct and the individual pleads guilty or being or a guilty verdict being handed down on by the court, I think it's necessary that, in fact, as investigation goes on, like DEA already present, the entertainment center be closed down because you cannot. I want to talk something about the Ministry of Education, but I think I'm going to leave that for tomorrow because if we do that, we'll be diluting the entire discussion. this guy in Ominga, if you can remember that story from Ominga, where this individual allegedly killed his 19-year-old girlfriend, Dearest P. Has been the alleged suspect has been arrested. He was arrested in Kenema City in Sierra Leone today, and since being brought to Liberia to face investigation. So authorities say that they're doing everything possible after they heard that the alleged perpetrator went to Sierra Leone. They went there to bring him. So he and his brother, Moses Linda, who also accompanied him on motorcycle ride to the Canaman after the incident. So those two have been brought to Liberia for further investigation. So District Number 3 Representative Sumo Moba supported this struggle to make sure that the two individuals are arrested, and those are things we need. When we talk about advocacy, is part of that. Oversight responsibility is part of that. So Sumo, thank you for that. You know, when lawmakers do good, when your people do good, we will talk about it. And when they do the bad thing, like the one that did to Nimba, take the people money, and you want to use it just for yourself, you say this really, we will also talk about it. So thank you for making everything possible so that the alleged perpetrator can be arrested. Now, with this matter, Quita also being arrested for, in fact, being sentenced for 5 years of the issue of Paribas. Let's hear you. We have roughly 28 minutes to 6 o'clock and assist. We come to the end. Don't forget that the Blaze Cash giveaway is here. *799 *9#. Let's hear you. Call us on 07779079070. 07779079070 or 0886-029-333. My people, the whole drugs thing is getting serious. Every day we'll talk about it, because every day, for me, if it just left with me, I make this my responsibility to talk about this drugs business every day, because we need the Liberian people to know how far it is. Hello?
Yeah, Achieve.
What is your name?
This is Sarah from Masarado County.
Go ahead.
Achieve, thank you for the show. You know, you guys need to keep talking about these drugs, because the RG already accusing the media for accepting bribe to change the narrative. On a serious note, so if you guys stop talking, you guys
I tell you, even if we plan to keep talking, we'll just forced to do it.
When are you people tired? It become
yeah, I tell you. Go ahead, you.
Yeah, so you guys should keep flagging the issue. You know, to the point. The closing of private bar, that's something that citizens yearn for, and even your widely discussing Spoon Network last night. Many people call that the badge to the investigation on kind of thing. And I must applaud the government, you know, for the steps taken so far. But actually, the government needs to do more. Because the government needs to do more. The government got work to be done. If you listen to the RG quite recently, when the RG said you have senior government officials at the very, very top level that is working with the cartel, without calling names, you know, a bar for some of us, because the RG play a very key role in the country. Because if I call on your show, Achi, Jeremiah Sia will call and say, or the media institutions, some media institutions accepting bribe to change the narrative, is different from the police RG saying it.
Oh yes, because
when the RG speaks with authority, and in my mind, he should speak with facts. You have an evidence, because you can be presiding over the investigation, and then you come up with such an allegation without calling the name of the people. Then it brings some dark cloud over the investigation. So the public are still waiting. Our ears are open. We want to hear the name of the very person that is accepting bribe to change the narrative, because it can never be Blaze FM.
Okay, it will never be. It will never be.
It will never be, because Blaze is always flagging the issue, because on a no condition Blaze will accept bribe. for justice to be.
Okay.
So thank you for giving me the time.
Thank you so much. Let's get this person. What is your name? Hello?
Yeah, how are you?
I'm good. What is your name and where you call from?
Okay, I speak for number 6. My name is Blue. Thank you, Jim.
Okay, go ahead.
I want to appreciate the government. This country is a sovereign nation. We do have all the resources. Our leaders, they use it the way they want to use it. But I don't think I only drug you to survive. But that 5 years is very little.
Okay.
I think
the court, the law is somehow, it's difficult to understand the law. Sometimes the way we understand it, for pleading, not giving the people hard time to be passing around, holding and pulling you accept. So based on that condition,
the software or drugs is very hard. It's very hard. So some mandate people be brave enough.
But 5 years is a lot. So just imagine 5 years of your entire life in jail, in darkness. You know what it means?
By example, if I 20 years, for 5 years,
you're 25 years, my man. 25 years. You're 25 years before you come out.
That money, if more have a commitment off.
Okay.
If you know the amount of yellow face, you ask you not to do it. Yeah, I want to say. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much. This person, what is your name? Hello? Go ahead, patient.
My brother, I think you not listen to that message called everyday activities.
Everyday activities.
Okay, they just we let basic in the country now. Everyday activity.
Okay.
Because one day when you not talk about it, like Brembo say you are part of the media that hold money for the cartel. You understand, my brother?
So I will never be. I will talk about it every day that day.
Okay. Every day, we let basic in the country. We consider already. But the justice, so we say every day that we will put money out for the top of justice because. But every now and then we need that. Now we are they were best on Yanti.
Wow.
Like they need important thing the woman say money about follow him.
So that's a grievance allegation.
Oh, that means talking like information minister of water food. So we are getting still best on Yanti is that. You know the point, so listen to that message. I want to listen to the man. You know it. Okay. You copy for? Okay. I want to listen to the man.
So you're
listening. So they judge them, my brother, will be honest in Jesus comes. And who are Jesus coming there? So you know that we will not leave it there until we see the end. Because for the judge now, they tell me, oh, who got nothing, you know.
Okay.
They judge what? Not tell who got nothing, they what people said I was arrested. How you calling that? Ain't that me?
We've been hearing, we've been hearing some of the names, but
okay,
we still,
they never put any, but they will probably forget what they were. Nothing forget what they will now. Matter, they can't matter. Will not forget well. They can't answer forget well. But the other people did not point any.
Okay, thank you, thank you, patience. Hello.
Hello.
Please lower the radio. How I had your conversation.
Hello, sir.
Go ahead. What is your name?
Thank you very much to everybody that's fighting drugs in Liberia. The protocol of this program requires us to call their names and where they reside. Okay. But I'm begging you, for security reasons, my grandchildren need me. Okay.
Go ahead, Mama.
as you are visiting nightclubs and selling drinks, I would suggest you also divert or you pay attention or you attention to shop stores that selling milk, rice, chicken soup, pepper, onions, salt for tea and bread, eggs.
Okay.
There is a particular shop in my community. Fingers have been pointed at that shop, but who is there to comfort?
What is the community?
So when you finish with a drinking shop, please direct your attention to shops.
Okay.
Rice, egg, milk, tea, fried egg.
Okay.
Sober game where all our children going wasting game and drinking tea. Y'all visit all kind of shops too, I beg.
Okay, Mama.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Yep. Bye-bye.
That's a good recommendation. 0777907907888. Say 02933. This is the round table. Don't forget the Blaze Cash giveaway *799*9 #. Play the cash giveaway as we go along. We're gonna give you some cash. Right after here, the next person will be giving you cash. So let's hear you on this just matter. Like almost all of our callers saying, "For sure, you will say, oh, but what they actually say, so up every day, even for 1 minute, I will talk about just because I know how it has killed the fabric of this society. I know how when I see our fellow young men and women. Hello.
Hello.
What is your name?
Yeah, Chief Mumo calling from Railway Market.
Go ahead, Chief.
My brother, I did by now the police, the PRG, you should call the official that into the trust. Oh no. But now we don't know that.
Okay.
It's official. Money to fly the trust issue. So, in the winner, let's put it out your ministers here. But now we know. But if there was one opposition that was into my brother, more than 35 for the video, army are gone for the people. So, if the president, for me, I don't support him, I will not support him. But in the party, I will for the church, in the party, I will support him. Because the brother sport, and in the same regime, him every time. I love brother sport. So, in the kind of trust, I will see. But it's not, it's the one that put it out, it's going to be just made. But now, they put it out, you just see everything. Into the information minister job, into the police foreman job, into everything. See everybody, and keep it to this thing. Yeah, now, the information minister say, Allah. So they're not confused. They are confused. That's why the pastor saw the government is confused. And some of the so, Mr. President, please, you need to take an action to order, and you show the media, and show the official.
Thank you so much. 777-907-907. Says 02933. Let's hear you on the Blaze Roundtable. My name is Archie say Bob Yene, and I'm here this afternoon as we will be ending by 6 o'clock on this May week edition of the program. We have to make it our responsibility. So the mother said we have to be checking to some of those local shops, people who selling, because when the 19 million drugs was brought, they said our Vita, the package is our Vita, so it's a Vita cute. So we have to be cognizant of that. I think it's a serious recommendation should make. Now that attentions are going to the various nightclubs and entertainment centers, we should be looking at the local petty traders in the community because, man, they're justing. Like I said, drugs. The issue of drugs is to my heart because, look, to be sincere, I can recall any of my family member being actually victimized by this, but for the fact that because they say in our librarian saying, when your neighbor house is on fire, if you cannot help to off that fire, who knows? One man's problem is another man's problem. It could be you too tomorrow. So for the fact that young people of my age, young men and women, I have visited ghettos. I have spoken with some of the victims. Those people who are victims to this drug thing we're talking about here today. When you see some of them, they are talented people. They are people of skills. They are people who are educated, but they're being carried away because it's almost like a demonic stuff. But I get this person. Hello? What is your name?
I'm serious want to pray for
Go ahead.
Go with the clean our country now because after be able to defend the government. And now we have policies that have some section of Liberia almost went to the ship was what territorial water. Our forces, our neighbor is not able to go and see that the ship is full. Illegally occupy our land, the ship left. So the issues that are being faced with now, they are something to be to us. Because as a nation, you are able to defend your territory, you will not be able to defend your safety. So the drugs issue is all contributed. Because if the government is defend the territory and target these things will not happen. But because the government is stable, we are in the people. So they need to get it, and these people, the violence, they are not get up.
Okay.
To inform the young people on the drugs issue. We commend you people that continue to take you to behave like billion to do it. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. You're welcome. 0777907907886 886-029-333. Call us. And let's hear you in the next few minutes as we will call this a day. So like I said, we will continue to talk about this because it has affected the society, it has affected the various communities. Go about. Visit, go for example, right here in Rehab, go to Palm Bush, go to Kingry. I pass Kingry every day. Go to Kingry. Go to Center Street. Look, if you see young people who have skills, who have talents, but because they've been victimized by the intake of this dangerous substance today, you see them. Cocaine, where cocaine coming from in Liberia? Does Liberia manufacture cocaine? While it is true that people appreciate it and we are appreciating the government for doing well in the fight against drugs, it is also condescending that they need to improve. They need to put in effort. Tell the Liberian people where this drugs coming from, how it's entering the country. Here we discover, citizens discovering shit. They know where it's coming from, but they just see it over your sea, in your territory. And at the end of the day, it lost over there. People who brought it, they vanished. You can't see them anymore. Those things worrisome. It's almost like a war in your country, and you see, they say, the other car coming from the south. So it's almost like we're going back in 2003, in the 90s, and all the things. So this is a serious war, a drugs war on Liberia, where it has put Liberia to the point that other foreign countries see now Liberia as a serious host, as a serious country that do drugs business. Because 19 million worth of cocaine, 317 million worth of cocaine being discovered just in this little Miami, without any source of where they're coming from, how did they enter the country, who responsible for it, this and that. You just say, people connected to it. Yes, you're doing well, but you need to step up your game. And let's hear you. Don't forget that *799 *9 hash 07779079078 8602933. Call us for the next few minutes. Let's hear you on this matter. Like we said, we also inform you about this 19-year-old girl who was killed allegedly in the Ominga community by Kolonko, her boyfriend, for Wazo Ewano Tonisia wedding. He ran away, he is his brother, but through the effort of the community and District Number 3 Representative Smo Moba, they've been arrested. They were arrested in Kendema Town in Sierra Leone. They went to Sierra Leone where they were, and through the help of the community, today they were arrested. They brought them to Liberia for further investigations. It's look, well, people got money, just go kill your fellow human being just for no reason. A young lady, 19-year-old, damaged her already and put her parents in that future trauma where they will live by it. They live with the memories of that child in their heart for so long. This country, anyway, some of our callers said yesterday, the president said things will happen. Things that are not happened will continue to happen. We'll continue to experience things that has not happened before. In the words of the president, we leave it with them. 077907907 Call us. And as you continue to play the Blaze Cash giveaway, somebody say this on our this is our everyday activity. Let me take this break with this song quickly and be right back. It's our everyday activity. The drugs discussion is our everyday activity. Is our everyday activity. So we're gonna take this break with it and be right back. Let me get this person while I find that song. Hello. Hello.
Hey again. Yeah, good evening, my brother.
How are you?
No problem. How you coming, sir?
Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm here to tell you know. Let me say thank you so much for the director of the honor discussion this afternoon. I'm so disappointed in private brass CEO. I never knew this man was important to such a thing that in less than 1 week, less than 1 month, private brass overgrow, over now. I need to be coming from what I come from radio town. I see the person about you could have just put it, take up a decent about whatever. I never knew this man was interested, but I want to say thank you to the Liberian government. I need to see how bad they can bring the people up. But more need to come. Because this man is just the beginning, but more need to come after this man. Thank you for about my brother.
Okay, thank you. Let's get this person. Please lower your radio. We can get. Let me take this short break and be right back. Let me take this short break and be right back very quickly. Is our Oh yes, it's of course it's a gas is every day. They just see our activities. We talk about it every day. So folks, welcome back. This is the roundtable. Those of you who are just joining us, my name is Archie say Bobby Yene, and the Blaze Cash giveaway is also here. You dial star 799 star 9. Let's see if we can get maybe 2 or 3 callers, and we leave from here 0777907907886 029 callers. Well, we have said it all, and we'll continue to say it every day. We hear. Every day we hear our activities. We're going to talk about that. This person, what is your name?
Yeah, my name is Josh Pumba.
I call you from the Tinga resident.
Go ahead.
Yes, Super Yoni, I want to tell you thank you for the fascinating topic and discussion as it relates to the ongoing cooking case. First of all, I must say that everything the unit does with commander sees they take the greater liability. How can a police director or head of a security agency within the country come out to say a very high level government official? In my mind, he's supposed to recuse himself from his position. If I were he, submit himself to the joint security for ongoing investigation questioning. But I can tell you, if this cartel was established since 2018, then these are the very people in my mind that facilitated for the 100 million cocaine to arrive in the country somewhere on a dead regime. In my mind, that there is a person that is going on. So they make their way through to the position of leadership within the country in order for all of their serious and very deeds to be carried on.
Okay.
How can we discuss 19 million within less than a month and not a whole hot dead boss? I mean, you think about it.
Okay.
The people who did it, he went to jail we are because he was very reluctant to a leadership position, not able to take decision on those people that he appointed into some positions. But I can tell you, for all indications, there will be no traffic officer with legal that will escort any VIP with all the consent of the chief of traffic, with all the consent of the police director pepper. So from Gregory Freeman, you have more to say. He has more to answer to. I will advise this government it will be good for this country. If they don't want sanction on the officials, and maybe the president stand the chance to be sanctioned as well. Let him make sure the police director recuse himself from the position that he is, and then turn himself over to the ongoing police just cooking investigation.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you. Well, it's 777-907-786 029 Maybe the final call could drop us to the end of today's edition. But however, if not, we're gonna call this a day. But hey, we will not relent. We will continue to speak about this matter. We will continue to inform the Liberian people in every step along the way as it relates to the investigation that leading to this drugs case. All we need to do is to remain kind as we are, and hey, let the government do their job. Let the police do what it can do. Let the joint security do what it can do. So it has been a wonderful time right here. It has actually been a wonderful time on the round table with me and Archie Sebop Yene. Have yourself a wonderful day and remain blessed. Remember, don't trouble before trouble troubles you. Good night and remain blessed.